Media to me is a form of creating. Whenever I think media, I think creating whatever is in your soul, creating whatever is in your mind, and just putting it out there for people to see.
Media is a platform for me to be able to showcase, to transfer whatever idea or knowledge that I have. So it's the ability to transfer it to other people.
Media means art to me. Like it involves like all the elements that make you like to be creative. So it's all about reaching the audience and yeah.
Media to me is a tool to communicate and connect with other human beings.
Media to me is an escape from conforming to our daily lives and school, work, getting an ordinary job. It's what feeds my creativity at all costs. Yeah, that's what media is to me, basically.
To me, media is life. You know, it's one form of expression that cannot be limited. You know what I mean? Like it's simply amazing. You know.
Media was not something that I thought I'd do. I did, however, know that I would go into probably presenting, being a reporter, just being a journalist. But in terms of production, where it comes to editing, being a videographer, it's something that I never thought I'd do. But because I had an encounter with people who loved it, who loved videography, I fell in love with it. I wanted to learn how I was going to be able to put myself in a picture and be in charge of what people would see. So it's a matter of me not being satisfied with what other people could do at that time. So I had to be able to learn how to do it, and then yeah. So
current affairs, or rather news, started last year, 2018, with Nubeko, coming on board with it that, hey guys, this is a new thing that I want to start. And soon after we had current affairs, which followed through. So I always say that we need to give credit to where it's due. I really appreciate the fact that, she started it, and it really grew into something quite big, because news and current affairs are something that people always fear. And I mean, as a sort of like a student organization, the university is also quite aware of the work that we do, and it's just partly because Nubeko started it, and she gave us the opportunity to branch out, to become production managers, field reporters, and to just express ourselves in that.
I feel so grateful of Nubeko Noyela, because I feel as though she's a pioneer, a leader, and a good friend, someone who you're able to talk to, and also to gain a lot of, you can grasp a lot of wisdom from her, if I can say that. And also, she's one person who is not afraid to tell you exactly what you need to know. She gives good advice when you need it, and also yeah.
Hey, I'm cool there. I'm showing up cool there. Take a picture there. Take a pose. I think I was actually born into the family of creators, because also my uncle, he was a musician, and he obviously had a team of people who helped him with cameras and stuff. So I actually found it fascinating that you create visuals and you can turn them from nothing to a whole lot of beautiful sequential storytelling. So yeah, I've always had the love of media, and then I started actually producing in 2012. Yeah, but back then I was using my phone. I had some Xperia phone with 8 megapixel, and then I had to take music videos, and actually didn't even know that I could edit, up until I took a video, and then I just this other software, lame software, I downloaded that, and then I got some some clips. I joined them, and at the end of the day, I'm like, wow, okay, this looks like a video. So from that point, I just kept on making more visuals.
And working with Chili, wow, he is such a character, because sometimes he'll hype you up and be like, yes, you got this, you got this. Sometimes he forgets things. Sometimes it's like, do we really have a meeting on Monday or is it on a Wednesday? So it was actually kind of tricky working with him, because sometimes he forgets things, but he's also a good creative. He's a creative.
Litsi actually taught me so much about myself, just because working with him, obviously he's done this for a while now, and he has the world's patience. He's very, very patient. And he also taught me, how to work well with others. Not that I really had a problem with that, but he just made it really easy to work with him. And yeah.
I've never ever been interested in media and production, ever. I actually had a friend in high school who wanted to study film, and I was just like, okay, that's nice, but I was never actually interested in it myself. I don't know how I ended up here, but yeah.
Gift is not the kind of person who's so hard to actually get to know or talk to, because she's really open to everybody. If you need help with anything, whether it's on a professional sense or a personal sense, the go-to person I'd actually go to Gift.
Gift. Our new channel manager is, I think she's my friend. I'm not sure, but I think she's my friend. We jumped together. She's legit the coolest person ever. I think she told me that I can handle marketing, and I was like, okay, I don't think I can, but here I am. I'm also a marketing assistant / videographer / presenter. But yeah, she believes in me. I hope she does.
Oh, that's a hard question. It's just something that came along because my first love was literature and art in general, and then I discovered movies. I was like, okay, it combined all of these art forms, music, painting, and I was like, I can really do this. And then, yeah, that's when I fell in love with media and production. I was really young, about grade 6, yeah. That's when I started taking it very seriously.
Tato, I consider him as one of my really, really good friends. He is super creative, he has so much talent, and yeah, we just had now recently we had to do a film, a 10-minute film, and he actually took a concept of what's this, the Greek god Hephaestus. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but yeah, and I didn't expect him to I don't know, you guys have to see it for yourself to understand. The artistry in that film was just, oh, it was beautiful. He's so creative, and he just knows what he's doing. Yeah. And I don't know, his work is really beautiful. Anything that Tato puts out, I'm just really proud of him.
It started when I came to when I came to Kovsie TV. That's where I started taking things serious.
Mostly who I work with is the show You and I, and with Lloyd. So Lloyd as a person, I feel as that telepathic type of thing. I don't even have to say anything, but Lloyd gets me. I don't even have to finish the sentence, yet Lloyd is I totally get you, bro, let's try it out. That kind of thing. That's the whole synergy going on with me and Lloyd. He's a really cool person to work with, a bit quiet and down to earth, but I feel that's just Lloyd. That's Lloyd being Lloyd, I
started this year with the proposal from my show. They accepted, and we started doing the things.
So working with Ndu. Ndu is a very like interesting guy there. So he always asks for input, like whenever we behind the scenes. Yes, he's always asking for input, you know, so we can have like a saying, and he's always asking if everybody is like comfortable. But yeah, he's a very funny guy. Like Ndu has this voice, like not a lot of people can hear him, but like you know, like not a lot of people can hear. Like it takes like a certain like hearing sense to hear Ndu. But yeah, it's fun working with Ndu. Like you have to pay attention to what he's saying to get what he's saying. You get what I mean? So yeah, but it's dope, man. Kovsie TV is nice.
The challenges that I faced, especially with everything about Kovsie, is finding people. I don't know why people are so afraid of being on camera, but they are. And so you try to get stories from the perspective of students, but they don't want to give them to you. And yet they complain that there's no content, but you know, so trying to get people to be willing to tell their stories in front of the camera and not feeling embarrassed in any way, that was a challenge. My favorite episode, my favorite shoot was the Everything About Kovsie's How Students Stay Fit. I love that episode so much because not only am I into fitness, but the amount of work that went into that shoot, like it took a straight 7 days. And it was shot during my test week. Like everything was just so hard and difficult, but the final product was just amazing, and it's so close to my heart.
My favorite episode is the dancing video, the dancing session, which was with Ngoni, my major. The reason why I rated my best is because it got the most views, and the energy that we received from her that day was just amazing. It was not spontaneous, but she literally didn't prepare as much as other people were, well, at least the people that we called in. She was probably the most free, because she basically didn't even prepare for a dance, and she just did it that day. Even though the weather was against us, it still came out being the best work we've done so far. Shout out to Tato too for his production as well. You know, it made it different.
It's liberating because you work so hard and then you see the final product and you see not just the work but yourself in the, yeah, there's so much of myself in the work that I do, and I don't know, it's like being naked but in a good way. We wanted something different, something that will capture the essence of the human beings that we were spotlighting.
It's about making people have fun, and I believe that there's nothing more important than happiness. First of all, I thought, I don't know, like, should I really do this? You know, there was so many hesitation, especially because the first time we shot it, like there were already something similar to what we were doing out there, but then us, like, we had a different element in it, you know. So yeah, like I was scared, like, okay, like how are people gonna react to this? You know, at some point I was thinking that the show might even destroy the whole Kovsie TV, like the whole world would be like, hey, this is what Kovsie TV is doing. We don't wanna, you know what I mean? Yeah. So there were those type of fears and things that we had to overcome.
I know how people have talked about Frank, but then he made me believe in the visual style I had, because you lose your voice and you try to imitate other people, but then you get someone who actually believes in you, and if someone believes in what you're doing, it's easy to do what you do.
I mention control a lot because when someone is in charge, when you don't know how to use the camera and someone else is in charge, they often don't do what you want. Like when you watch it or when you're done with the production, I often realized that it was not what I wanted. So it was a matter of me having to shoot a million times because people weren't able to put out what I wanted. So those were the major challenges. And also having people knowing or adapting to your vision. Those are the major challenges that I faced. And yeah, it's basically been people not knowing my vision or understanding it.
I didn't know what I was doing. I came here for experience, and basically I just wanted to do everything. I feel like I wanted to learn. I really wanted to learn, and that has helped, I feel, because later on I went on into positions I never thought I'd occupy. But yeah, I was basically just this curious little girl that wanted to know all things camera, film, editing, and all those things.
And as far as what I'm feeding off from all the other guys in that building, is we all have the same goal for the channel. It's all about the channel making it big, the channel actually doing great, surpassing any other media outlet that's on campus or in Bloemfontein, as a matter of fact. So with that in mind, with that understanding and that chip on our shoulders, we all just work together, and everyone does their best to their abilities. And with the different segments, we basically killing it in each segment. So that experience has changed me into doing better, and the relationships that you form with the people you plan shows with goes very far, because then it's teamwork, and teamwork always makes people closer. Anyway.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. Then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.